All right. Welcome to our digging in brand ambassador time. And gosh, wasn't Super Saturday amazing? Every speaker, everyone that's talked on stage. Yeah, it was just so good. I have lots of notes. I'm sure you all do. And what really stuck with me, I loved what Gene Tips talked about with being brilliant with the basics. And I'm like, gosh, that's something I've been doing this almost 8 years, you guys, and I still feel like I haven't got brilliant at the basics. But there's a lot of things to think about with this, and the technology piece is always evolving and changing, and the products a little bit, but and no matter what they have with technology and systems, what doesn't change is people skills and our minds. Our mindset is what rules everything to be successful in this. So that's something I really want you to just dig into, is personal growth and development. And I remember people telling me that for years, and I wanted to stop telling me that. Just give me something that I can copy and paste.
Easy part.
I just want to copy and paste it. Like, don't tell me to, I don't want to grow. But all the growth has been just being consistent, doing the scary things, going live, doing an event, creating an event, just, and not stopping, and posting on social media, being consistent, going in your stories. When I started, there wasn't such a thing as stories. I had to learn what stories were, and like, how do you get pictures in the stories? Well, how do you get those stupid polls in the stories? Oh my gosh, how do you do that? I was like reaching out. I was so needy. I was always asking anybody in Plexus, how do you do that? They're probably like, who are you?
That's why you're so well known.
But be inquisitive, be energetic, and be okay with not knowing.
Yep.
And that's hard to grasp when you're a perfectionist and you're an overachiever. But we all can do it. Learn and grow every day. I've seen some of you doing your stories. Okay, what was that? Something happened. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Amanda. Leah, Tansy. Hello, hello. Tansy looks like she's got a blanket on too, but maybe not. No, it's a coat. It's a nice thick coat.
It's a fuzzy. Well, on that same lines and talking about, what you were just sharing, I've noticed, you guys, and I've said this before, anything that the jewels tell us is true. It's been proven true in my business the last 4 years. And one of those things is when you kind of feel maybe a little stuck in your business, that means it's time to do something different. So it's time to do something scary, or it's time to dig in to personal growth. That's happened to me all throughout this whole journey, that when I get stuck, I know that I need to get a good book in my hands. And it really helps, and it kind of widens your knowledge base and helps with your mental activity of what you tell yourself every day. So this is what I'm reading right now. And our book club this month, I had it written down.
Starts with an R. I haven't read it yet. Anybody?
First one to put it in the chat wins.
Oh, I see Stacy. I can't hear you, Stacy. You got to unmute yourself. Oh no, she's not talking to us. Oh, there she got.
Oh,
she wins.
Yes,
Remarkable.
Yes. Okay.
So Stacy, have you started reading it? You're not in trouble because I haven't bought it yet. I thought I did, and then I went back and looked. I didn't.
Yes, I have.
Awesome.
Yep, I have. I'm not done with it though yet, and I've got a lot of reading to do till the 21st. So,
and it's okay if you don't get it done. It's okay. You can continue reading after the 21st too.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and Plexus started the book clubs how many years ago? Did they,
Just like within the last maybe 2 years.
2 years? And no other company does that, you guys. And did you know you can invite people who aren't even in Plexus to it? So if you search in the Help Center, Plexus Book Club, up will pop the links and it'll tell you, you know, the dates. And then those that aren't ambassadors, they have another link that you can share that with people, the people that just love to learn. I mean, to hear an author speak, that's a cool thing, like, right?
Mhm.
People travel many miles to do that. So, yeah, so I wrote some things down about back to the basics, brilliant at the basics. And we all, like, if you're brand new, you don't probably feel like you have a basics. You're like, what's the basics? But it's gonna become normal, but none of this is normal. Like, right? Most people don't do network marketing and don't have to learn gut health while they do it. And we have all those things to learn too. But what's fun is we are such a great team that support each other. We have great groups that are thriving and active, and we run events that all help support you. So basics when you're, new, is posting every day, being consistent, being authentic, being yourself, messaging people, inviting them to events, inviting them to try a sample, asking them to, if they have any health goals they're working on, following up with people. If they say no or they ghost you, 3 months later, try again. And maybe you want a relationship build. Customer care, after you sign people up, taking care of them, right? And your sponsor will help you with that. Three-way messages, setting up a three-way message, when they're ready. And ATM, our ad tag message group, is healthy living. That's where we put people. Potentials can go in there. All the new VIPs go in there. Find the testimonies that match what they're looking for. Tag them in it. Tag them in one of Kelly's videos. We have so many things in there, you guys, that are at our fingertips. There's over 100 testimonies in there. Did you know that? So let's use it. What did I write? What's my notes? Oh, send testimonies. If they aren't in Facebook, copy and paste the testimony and send it to them. And then, new VIPs, then it's when you have new people, you want to offer the opportunity. And so what I created today, I didn't even get time for Kelly to watch it, but I don't know if you've noticed in the Healthy Living, we've been doing a welcome to Plexus call of our own, and mine was old. We've been streaming it in weekly. So I wanted to wait till Super Saturday to do a new one. So I did a new one today, and it is 30 minutes though. So I don't want to make you each watch it here, but I cover all the membership benefits. And like when you enroll people, it's kind of overwhelming for people to hear and remember everything the first time. So they need to be dripped on like by more than just you. So that's when you want to tag them in that welcome post. It's every Wednesday at noon. It's streamed through there. So when you see it, I say in the beginning, tag your sponsor, who your sponsor is, tell me who you are. But if you see it first, tag your person in there. That's part of our way to welcome them and remind them of all the membership benefits, which is, sharing your referral link, getting your products paid for, creating an income stream that you cannot find anywhere else. My teaching, I love teaching, got my master's when I was 50, and my retirement check wouldn't go very far alone. If I tried to live off that, seriously. So what a blessing. I don't know if you guys remember Helen McFadden. She's our diamond upline. So she is a double diamond because you can go through twice. Like, that's crazy. And the average pay is $400,000 for diamonds. So who else can make $800,000 off of investing in your health and $39.95? Like, it's crazy. Would you agree with me? Yeah. And it's crazy not to do this. People may look at us and say we're crazy, but we don't care. I don't pay my bills.
You're crazy for not joining us.
Right. And I think of the old Marla. The old Marla would have looked at this Marla and went, you're crazy. But I've experienced it and lived it. And the dreams I never thought were possible are are coming true. It's just crazy. But it's been consistent work. Almost 8 years now. I probably haven't stopped very long. I'm working on balance too. But even before Plexus, I was always a go-getter and, taught Zumba. I did my own independent Zumba teaching and did that in community center and taught at a fitness center. Kind of craziness has kind of followed me, I guess, but it's all good crazy. I was, I could be gambling or I could be doing something. Anyway, I don't want this to be about me.
It's easy when you're passionate about it. to keep-
Yes.
It's hard to stop when you're passionate.
Yeah.
And that is like, the paycheck is when people have a story. That's like, yeah, it's your inspiration. And if you're not intrinsically motivated to do this, no one makes you. Right? You get to do this. This is such an opportunity. So, yeah, you were going to talk, I want to talk about the 4 pillars. So, Brittany Howard, she also has a podcast, you guys. It's called Lead Her Ship. She's on Spotify, not on iTunes though. But she's so good. She's a diamond in the company. She has a legacy company. I think she has, I don't know how many jewels under her.
I don't know either.
And she's a homeschool mom of 7. I mean, it's not like she's not busy. So busy's no excuse for any of us, okay? But she talked about, having recruiting is one pillar. Retention, guys know what retention is. There's a long time where I didn't know what retention really meant, what they were talking about. Retention is people keep on ordering because they want to, not because you're making them, right? Not because their subscription's coming. Duplication and leadership. That's the 4 pillars. And that's a legacy business we've built on those 4 things. Okay. Like right now, I'm struggling with duplication. I don't duplicate very fast, you guys. I always say I'm the tortoise in the story of a tortoise and the hare. I like to go slow, but I am going to try and be double diamond before I quit this life. No, anyway. Okay. So duplication is where as a team, we struggle with duplication. That's helping people get their products paid for. So it's a blessing. So why don't we ask people to post? And Andrea shared an amazing thing that's working with her and her team. And I hope you guys followed what she said yesterday. Was that yesterday, Andrea? I can get my days mixed up.
Yep.
Yeah, just to go live in your stories more, stay like content for about a week the same, and watch who's following your stories and keep a tally. Like after you get, like they've watched 5 times in a row, they're interested. They just don't want to reach out. So saying, hey, have you tried these products before? Do you want to come to an event? If they don't want to try the products, well, hey, do you want to come to an event? They might come on Thursdays because we have another stories of wellness. So anyway, it's just starting that conversation is so key. And then we always start a conversation hoping for a no, because a no will lead to a yes down the road. So just remember that no's are not, or ghosting means that they didn't answer you and you can't take it personally. But getting back to the pillars, the 4 pillars are all based on the bottom foundation of that is mindset. If you don't have the mindset, none of these are going to work. And mindset is never fixed. Like you're never going to get through it. You always need to work on it. I work on it. Kelly works on it. You have to show up like this, stick together with women that are actually doing this. Don't talk to your friend over here who thinks you're, this is an MLM. Oh gosh, don't do that. Don't talk to them because they've never done it. Like talk to those that are successful, lean into those that are doing it and have fun. It is fun. And Gold School, I want to talk about Gold School too. If you have the opportunity to go to Gold School, take advantage of it. And I know raise your hand if you got Gold School invitation again to California, because they don't let me know who got the emails. So Erica did, Tansy, you did too. Okay.
So what
I
gold-
did because of those 2.
Okay. So
Yay.
then Andrea. Okay. So 3.
What Gold School is it's a special training for anybody that has reached the rank of gold or their sponsor. And I should say, their sponsor get to go for a 1-day full on training. And it's going to be fantastic.
And they
Can't wait.
just started these. This is third quarter.
Third, I think.
Yeah, so I wish they would have had Gold School when I was a Gold and didn't know what I was doing. Like, these opportunities are a blessing. So, and speaking of that, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the new stuff they introduced, the Share a Cart?
Oh my gosh. Has anybody looked into Share the Cart? Raise your hand or wave if you've looked at Share a Cart yet. Okay, it's pretty amazing. Stacy, I don't know if you had any issues with it because there have been a few little glitches that they're fine tuning.
You're muted, hun. Just unmute yourself. We're pretty informal.
Being able to pick the flavors in the welcome packs.
Mhm. So here's the deal. I didn't know that we could do that for others. And so when I signed somebody up, I just sent her the cart and had her pick her own flavors. But we're supposed to be able to do that for them and then send them the link. But it's it was freaking out today. Probably everybody was on it, and it kind of popped up as being able to pick the flavors, and then it kind of went off the screen. Yeah.
So Kelly was your person. Did you sign her up? Was she able to pick the flavors?
She was able to pick the flavors. However,
Oh, that's good.
I checked with her and her subscription isn't on for some odd reason. And so we have to really be on top of it while they're working out any glitches or things that may happen. We have to be on top and make sure that their subs are on and all that kind of thing. So make sure you're working with your sponsor in a 3-way chat when you are signing up newbies. It's going to be fantastic, you guys. So basically all I did was I logged into my account. I went over to where it says shop and I clicked on that. Then down the row a little bit from the drop down menu, there's a new category called welcome packs. And you can play around with this without actually sending a link to somebody. So you can practice. And then you go in and you can choose the welcome pack. And this is where the glitch came in when I chose the welcome pack. Just for a little bit, just the information came up about that welcome pack, and it didn't really give me a spot to pick the flavors for them. But there's that little share icon, the V with the circles on each point. That's what you click on to be able to get a link. And then the next screen will pop up and it'll show that you can copy and paste that link. And that's what you copy and paste and send them in Messenger. So they can just click on that link and then they can go in and the package or the welcome pack is already chosen for them. So all they have to do, is choose their flavors and stuff. But even now, when I went back in and played with it this afternoon, there's even a spot where you can put a promo code. So you can do that.
Sam 2020 will work.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do that before you send them the link. I mean, that's fantastic. So you don't have to worry, about giving them the code. And then those of you that attended Super Saturday, you got those 3 codes. So you can't use one of those codes that you got emailed along with SAM 2020. You can't do both. But
you don't need both because your code from Super Saturday includes the 10% or the free membership. And Amanda Wongan just said that Motivation Monday was super helpful, and it was because they show you the screen and they walk you through it.
Yeah, Motivation Monday with corporate, you guys. That's so good it only takes 25 minutes, usually about 25 minutes. They never used to have those either when I started.
Short and sweet. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anything else? Do you have anything else you want to mention?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Time is it? We have lots of time to work now. Who's ready to work? Yay. So the event, maybe we should talk about the event a little bit. Do we know who's going to be sharing their story?
On Thursday.
Thursday, Kelly's hosting it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. After my 53rd contact, what felt like 53rd. And I'm not joking you. I've been like trying since last week to get somebody to commit. So I had Scott on the back burner.
I want Scott.
Yeah. But Sharon Opdahl is going to share.
Well, she'll
And
do
her
great.
story, she's done it before, but it's been 2 years.
It's been a long
And she just had so many things that it improved. So I made up the graphic as soon as she committed just like a few hours ago. So I've got the graphic ready and I'll try and get that out in my Facebook tomorrow then, or maybe even tonight after this call. So y'all can, share it as you will. And Marla, I want to play around with your Zoom sometime. Are you busy with it tomorrow?
No, just go. I shared the password in our chat.
Yeah,
that we
I
had.
saw that. Okay, because I watched a YouTube thing and I can like stream it to my own account as private, like market only. I can see it, so I can just,
Oh, yeah,
get all the
practice that way.
steps. Yeah. So anyway, I just didn't want to interrupt a call of yours.
Or what you could do, you could just stream right into Healthy Living and just talk about the event, getting everyone.
I'm going to do that. I'll do that on Wednesday, but you know me, I got to try it on my own first without anybody looking. Anyway, Sharon Opdahl, to answer your question, Sharon's going to share. Yeah.
Can you cover real quickly again what her main bullets
Yep,
were?
she had constipation issues, like chronic, forever constipation issues. She had the interstitial cystitis where you
That's
feel
what
like you got to pee all the time. She had the dry eye thing where she was on the prescription drops that she's no longer on. What else? I think I wrote it down on her graphic. Yes, she had skin issues and sleep issues and her thyroid. She was the one that has had at least one, if not two, decreases in her thyroid med.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is huge.
So, and she's got her husband on the products now too. And because he was diagnosed borderline diabetic. And as far as I know, he is not on anything for that. So she's got him on the balance. And yeah, I'll ask her to talk more about that too, more about Brian. So
Yeah, that would be great.
Just think about that, you guys. If Kelly wouldn't have opened her mouth and put her fear aside. and
actually, I overheard her telling somebody else in church choir. And I'm like, what did you say? I need to talk to you, Sharon. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, she was my insurance agent, so she helped me many years until she retired. Now I help her.
share and share alike.
That's right.
Well, it was funny when I was at your Christmas Eve services at Kelly's church, not Kelly's church, the church Kelly's at. My mom goes to that church. And afterwards I was talking to some gals and this gal's like, Marla, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I love my plexus. And she went into everything it's helped her with. She'd been to your house like a year and a half before, Kelly, once when I was there, I guess. And then she's like, hits her husband, honey, this is Marla. This is the plexus lady. It's like, it's so funny. I'm like, she's way up in plexus. I'm like, no, I'm not way up. But it's just, you don't realize the ripple effect, you guys, is what I'm trying to get across that. But she said her daughter's had her gallbladder out too. She went into what her daughter loves about it. She's dark hair. She's under Mariki, under Clint.
Kathy Rambeck, Kathy.
I thought and I was going to tell you to talk to her.
Yeah,
Did
I
you ask
did.
her?
I reached out to Kathy. She's got something else going on, but both her and her daughter would be fantastic. Every time I invite her, she's got something going on. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, one of these times I will get her too.
That's a cool story.
With that being said, now am I like the whatever is this, the third or the second or whatever Thursday? Is that consistent for me then?
We've kind of decided that we probably need to change it up every month because we might have,
Okay.
I can't say I'm can commit to the first Thursday. every
Okay.
month.
Okay, that's fine. The
can
one
we-
gal I did reach out to though, she bartends at night. She's lost 27 pounds and she's like, and I want her to get on this call. And what's funny is that her and her boyfriend and Scott and I used to double date like in high school. Yeah, that's how like far back we go. But long story short, she's like, oh, I would love to, but I want to reach my goal weight first. And it's like, Stace, you've lost 27 pounds. Come on, like seriously. And then she can't just because of the time. But if I knew what week I was doing, because she said if I knew ahead of time, I would ask for that night off. So that's
Well,
why I'm
you pick a
asking.
week.
So
You pick a week, we'll give it to you.
well,
If that works,
I
you know.
Thursdays are general. I don't
Oh,
really
we
have
already, I
anything
thought
going
we already
Thursday
picked our week.
for
Oh, yeah.
February.
I thought we did. We can figure that out though.
Yeah,
Yeah, figure it out. I wasn't on that call, so just tell me which one is mine is all I'm asking.
we'll just,
Okay,
That's all
yeah.
I'm asking.
we'll just do it in our chat.
That's fine.
I think it's gonna have to change every month, just because.
Can I shout out a new sharer on here?
Yes, shout out, shout out. Shout.
Emma Coons is on. She's the one who shared on Thursday.
Yay!
And she got her camera off because she's busy doing some things, but I just wanted to shout her out and tell her good job getting on your first
Oh,
call as our sharer and our on. Hey, there she's waving at us.
It was pretty amazing. And for the,
Very awesome.
thank
Oh,
you.
and there's sweet Rowdy.
And you spoke so well. Everybody was really impressed. You just shared from your heart, and that's how we do this. You just share from your heart. Yep. Yes. So
good.
good.
Yeah. Awesome job.
Yes. So how do we help people get over that fear of sharing or posting? It's us being their cheerleader. And if we don't encourage and say, hey, the next step is sharing on social media. Like Andrea's been doing more of it. The ones I've asked have said yes, who I don't even think are like, I for years didn't do it. And now I'm starting to do them. Like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Like, oh my gosh.
Casey had somebody give her a shout out post today. It was awesome.
Do you want to share how that went? Stacy?
Sorry, still trying to figure out this whole Zoom thing. Yeah, no, it went good. I reached out and asked her. I said, I'm not sure if you're up to doing this, but would you mind like telling your story and tagging me in it on how Plexus has affected you or helped you? And she was like, yeah, sure. And so I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, it's not hard. That's again, our mindset. Like we let ourselves stop ourselves. We block our own opportunities for others, you know, and we have the biggest blessing. Our products work, you guys. If the products didn't work, a different story, and we have a comp plan that matches it, you know? So, I did not, I said no to my sponsor. No, absolutely not. Like, here I am, right? Don't listen to what they say. That's fear talking, not them talking. So remember that.
Stacy, did she do it yet? Has she posted yet?
Yep, she posted to my page.
So
So
did she tag you in it?
Mhm.
So then, okay, have you been watching any comments?
yeah, yep, I have. I haven't had very much, but
But people are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of likes on it. There's a lot of people who liked it.
Oh, and an idea for getting back to those people is just saying, hey, thanks for liking the post about Plexus. Have you heard of it? Have you tried it before? Just start a conversation.
Mhm.
Just, have you heard of gut health? Have you ever gone to a naturopath or some kind of question that's going to get them thinking more, so make sure you look at who liked it and follow up with them.
yeah, I don't know, Andre, I don't know if you've seen that comment that one guy had made on it.
Exercise one.
Yeah, so she had like a personal trainer too before she then like started Plexus, and so then he kind of made a
He
remark.
was trying to take a little credit there.
Yes, and so
Oh.
I actually ended up reaching out to him and just was nice and killed him with kindness. And he I'm actually gonna send him, which I gotta ask you about, a video, because I said, would you be interested in learning more? And he said, yeah. So It was scary.
Stacy, you are so bold. I'm
I
so
love it.
proud of you.
I
My
love it.
goodness. Yeah, that's awesome.
They're not gonna take your birthday away if you ask and they say no.
Have you met him? Do you know who he is? Oh my gosh, you're so brave. I'm just saying, you're farther than I was when I started sharing. So that's like something I would maybe think of doing now after sharing for a few years. I'm kind of a wuss though. So I'm just starting to break out of my wussy shell.
It did
And-
take me 3 years though to share on social media. So
That was
yeah.
me too.
See,
That was
and
me.
we all probably would have been sharing sooner if someone would have offered an invitation. Right? We are stopping ourselves and others. So always a part of our steps is, okay, the next step is sharing on social media. I can share it or you can share it. It's just about announcing what you're doing, how the products helped my health, whatever, help them write it up, but no one's going to say no. Well, you never know. Someone might. But yeah, awesome. So,
No just means not right now.
yep.
Exactly.
And Amanda, didn't you have a shout out post too?
I did. Yes. I
That's
had my sister-in-law.
Did
Yep.
she get it in the right place then?
She did. She got it onto my
Oh,
page
I missed
or
it.
onto hers and then tagged me maybe
Uh,
is what she did. She didn't have any pictures or anything with it, but
I'm not friends with her.
oh, I think it must have been her own page and then she tagged me in it.
Okay. Did you get some
Awesome.
comments? Did you get some comments or anything?
A few. I got to go back and look on it. I haven't looked in probably a day and a half now, but yeah.
And I know you don't want to make people feel bad and say, oh, you should really have a picture with it. But I have done that. I've said, I don't mean to sound like your boss, but you will get more looks if you have a picture with it. So you can, did you know you can edit it and add a picture,
Yeah.
a picture? But I
And
know you
she,
don't want to offend people either, but
yeah, she did post, and I didn't clarify when I originally asked her. So she first posted in the healthy living group. And then I said, hey, would you mind posting that onto, your feed and not in addition to the healthy living group, kind of like, hey, did you make a mistake where you wanted it? She's like, oh yeah, I can do that. So I said, could you copy and paste what you had? And she just didn't get the pictures in there, but that's okay. It's a step.
Yeah.
It's all
It's a
growth.
win. It's a win.
Yeah,
It's a
and I
win.
totally understand why you didn't ask her to put the picture in since you asked her
Yeah.
to move the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did the scary thing too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good job.
Awesome. So inviting to the snacks. We haven't talked about the smart snacks yet. They taste so good. I've tried all three. I think the brownie's my favorite.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And the
So
lemon is just refreshing. It tastes like a lemon bar almost,
Yeah.
it's just,
Got all mine today. Arizona ships fast, like the next day. I have way too many, but you can take them on the airplane, hiking tomorrow, golfing.
yes.
the kids love them. Kids love them.
Yes.
Connie,
I'm sending some to my grandkids in North Dakota.
which one
That's-
is your favorite, Connie?
You know what? I think it's the blueberry almond. But the chocolate, we tried the chocolate yesterday. We were at Marlo's watching the Vikings lose. Anyway,
Green
this-
Bay Packer fan.
yeah, I don't have that on. But the chocolate, for not a chocolate lover, the chocolate's good. I love the lemon too, because I love lemon, but the chocolate fudge brownie.
And I think they're better than the Mocha Bar. I think the
I
taste
think
is
so too.
better. Yeah,
Mhm.
so yum.
Are they crunching like kind of like a Luna bar?
They're more chewy.
Okay,
Yeah, more chewy. Mhm.
all right. Can't wait.
How long is this sale on for? How much longer, you guys? The limited time?
It's a limited time, so
They didn't give a date?
Not that I saw, no.
I think so.
Before it sells out, they've said a couple
Until
times,
supplies
so until
last.
supplies last.
But I'm thinking, you know, if it goes over really good, obviously they'll stick with it. We were kind of trying to decide, are they gonna make them bigger? If they, you know, if they bring them back after they do sell out, are they, you know, because they're just little guys. They're just you know, not very big, but what do we say? There's 8 grams of protein in there?
I thought 6.
6 or 8.
Something like that.
So, I mean, it's a good amount. It's a pretty good amount for just a little couple bites. So,
Yeah.
yeah, can't wait for you guys to try it. How many of you have ordered?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. If you haven't ordered, talk to your sponsor and ask them if they've ordered and if they'd share one with you, if you're waiting for some odd reason. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, they're truly good.
They are really good. I was really impressed. I forgot to thank Kelly Holst and Andrea and Alicia too for helping. Kelly hosted. We haven't, it's just water, seriously. It's
That
water.
that was my next question.
For hosting. You guys had some fun, huh?
Yeah,
Good. In a sip and shake. That was a long day for you guys, so.
it was a fun day. It was a good day.
Now, some of you don't know Nancy, and do you remember, not Sydney, but her name is Sharon.
Shannon,
Shannon, I got it wrong, but it says Sydney.
it's her daughter.
I know.
Oh, I'm on her computer. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Sydney.
they went to the Minneapolis one. Can I ask you, this is impromptu, but what was the Jewel thing like that you guys did in the afternoon? They had what do they call it? Jewel
Panel.
panel, yeah.
What was your takeaway, or how did they work that? Either one of you or both of you?
So they did an exercise where we passed around, each table got a clipboard with a question and a piece of paper on it. And you had like a minute and a half or 2 minutes to, as a team or as a table, answer the question and write down as many answers as you could to each question. One of the questions that was passed around was, what questions do you have? If you could ask a Jewel any question, what would it be? And then they just asked them the questions that were on that clipboard. So I can't even recall what some of them were. They were really good though. I mean, it was really insightful, and I don't have my notes in front of me. Here,
Did they
on
get
that.
stumped? Did anybody get stumped?
So did they?
I don't think so. I don't think that. I was so intrigued by everything. I just, yeah, I can
Yeah.
hardly remember. It was so much. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was kind of good. It was just sort of their personal experiences, kind of some of the same stuff. One person was talking about how it took her like
Oh,
years to start sharing, like 6 years or something like that. And now she's an emerald. But it took her 6 years to do that, because the first, I don't know, maybe it was even more than that. I don't even remember, but yeah, I don't know. It was good. And just a lot of what sharing has done for their families, really, and for their, you know, their extended families and their friends and people they hadn't met before, and you know, that kind of thing. Just
Awesome.
yeah.
Can I ask both of you, what did it do for you personally to attend a live event? Did you get, what's something that you got out of it that is invaluable?
What's the one thing that's, well, there's many, but, and you guys have said it too, but they reiterated there is, don't stop, don't quit.
Mhm.
There's help, there's an answer, there's somebody who's been in your spot, and here's what they did, here's what we did, and just the one plexus. I mean, it's just flashing neon lights all the time.
Awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
And also, another thing was, that kind of stood out to me was, if you're spending time working your business, is it time well spent? Or is it just time? You know, like do things that are actually moving you forward rather than just saying, well, I've got an hour, so here's the things I'm gonna work on. And they did talk a lot about the 4 pillars of a puppy. and dividing your time between those two.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, because you can get in a fear zone in this too, where you just want to learn everything before you do anything. And I've gone through that. I mean, you have to recognize, is this moving my business forward? And usually when you reach out and start talking to your people, the fear goes away. You know, connection is king. And so finding the time to just ask good questions and keeping people, you know, the people that are ordering, like that one gal that you talked about, took her 6 years before she shared. If you have a product lover and they say no 16 times to you, that might not be no, that them talking, it's their fear talking. And just changing go back and look at how you've talked to them about it. It's like, hey, are you open to just doing a call with me and just talk about what this could look like for you?
I'm that person.
Huh?
I'm that person. I started taking these products in 2015.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am that person.
Right. So now you get to be the action focused person, right?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. It's and consistency compounds. I mean, the Atomic Habits I'm digging into starting in the 16th myself, because regardless, there's always, no matter where we go, we're never at a level where, oh, I'm just going to stop learning. Life is easy. Right? We want to constantly be growing ourselves. When we stop growing, we lose joy. And that's through our faith, through our personal development, and anything in life. So what a great way to keep growing, right? Through each other, with nice people that cheer each other on. And then you get paid for it too. And yeah, so I was going to take some time for us to invite to the events, but it's getting kind of late, not here, but there. So who has, you know, we can say Q&A with Jules. Kelly's a Jewel, I'm a Jewel. Ask a Jewel a question. Let's do it. Unless you have something we missed, Andrea, is there anything? Kelly Halston, anything? Anyone else?
Mm-mm.
No, I really like the verbiage that you put, that you snapped of Krista Deary's
Yeah.
circle back around.
And
That
did
was good verbiage.
for those of you that didn't watch Monday Motivation, try and find 20 minutes, not scrolling, and listen to that. If you waste time watching TV, just try listening to it. Krista Deary, here's my personal story with her. She had an amazing testimony. She had PTSD from anxiety. So her naturopath actually recommended her to drink the pink drink twice a day and take her vitamin, our X Factor original. And she also had said no to her friend like multiple times.
And they were on welfare.
They're on welfare. Her husband's a pastor. Her son has cystic fibrosis, I believe. And a lot of
CP.
that's what it is. Yeah. So, but her testimony was amazing. And so I reached out to her. I didn't know who she was, but someone had asked me, I posted her testimony. Well, what was she taking? And I'm like, I don't know. So I searched her on Facebook, found out, messaged her, and she left me the nicest voicemail, like 3 minutes. and exactly her journey, and her voice is so sweet. If you guys listen to Monday Motivation, and I remember where I was sitting in front of my mom's house. And I was just like, gosh, that was so nice of her. And I felt so good because, of course, this person asked on my Facebook wall, what was she taking? And I didn't know. So I could go back and tell, and now we have a team of testimonies where we know each other. It's even better, but her story is just pretty amazing. She's an amazing person. She spoke at Leaders Retreat. as well.
Great. Yeah, you guys got to just follow her and just listen to something of her. If you can go on YouTube and find Krista Deary, she is absolute. Like, I went to Leaders Retreat, and when I was like asking God to like speak to me, and she was the first speaker, and I was like just crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what I meant to be doing. And then just talking, I had to like find her and just tell her how much I loved her, and I'm like gonna stalk you forever.
Well, then ironically, so they were in another network marketing company for like 18 years.
Really?
I won't say the name of it, but they never made more than like $100 a month. And ironically, they lived in Minneapolis for a short time. They're mutual friends with people I know. I won't say who. So he messaged me like, hey, I see you're friends with Krista Deary. This is like just a couple of years ago. I'm like, yeah, how do you know her? Well, I know he's big in that company. So I know they got them into that company. But anyway, she talks about her network marketing experience. That's why she was so resistant to Plexus. But she hit diamond in, gosh, I think a year.
And like her whole testimony about like how depressed she was and how she was going to leave her husband, and she was like in a bad place. And she's a CC mom. And so Classical Conversations, what Stacy and I both do. And so homeschool mom, and she has 8 kids. I mean, her story is just crazy.
It is.
Gotta find it.
Yep. Yeah. And when I started out, I would, your weekly emails you get from Plexus. Do you guys look at those? Raise your hand if you do. You're not in trouble if you don't. Raise your hand if you read those. Okay, so that's all we had pretty much, other than an audio message call once a week. It was Sheila Medina. She's the queen of Plexus. She's the very first diamond. Anyway, I would go to that newsletter. I would look their names up, and I would find them either YouTube or Facebook, and I would just do what they were doing or try to, because I didn't have the support. But now we have so many, we have so many tools, you guys. But if you watch the ones that are doing well too. I mean, I'm at the, doing well too, but I'm not on the leaderboard every week. That's for sure. So, you can learn through others too. Not that you want to be them, but just learn through others that are doing this and succeeding, not from the judgment of others. Don't let your mind go there. Okay. Because when someone will come and say, well, so-and-so said this about it. And it's like, well, what's their experience with Plexus and doing this? Like, do you think it comes from a place of knowledge, or where do you think their opinion is coming from? I mean, really, when you think about it. So anyway, that's all we have time for, ladies. And unless there's any other questions, get people invited to Thursday's event.
And Kelly, you said you have a graphic?
I do. I'll post it as soon as I'm off the call, since I do it on my phone.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes. And anything else, Kel?
Order some sun for Tampa Bay, please.
Yes, Kelly's taking off tomorrow.
I leave tomorrow.
Yeah, she didn't get any sunshine.
I stayed with Connie, and Connie shipped me off to Marla.
Oh, no, I did not.
She may have fired me once or twice though from the Google Map.
Driving, yes. We ended up in, whoops. sorry, we ended up in Tempe instead of Scottsdale. Good thing, we're an hour late meeting up for dinner. With,
Was
yeah,
not my fault.
no, not all of it, but then when I said, put our restaurant in the thing, and Kelly did, and I'm like, this doesn't really look right. She goes, Tempe? I said, no, we're not going to Tempe. So yeah, it was
Girl,
fire
don't
whole
understand.
pilot.
And I had put the location of it in our chat, so she didn't have to look it up.
Anyone can do this business, people.
We made it there though, didn't we? We
Yes,
got
you
there.
made it. You made it. Yes, it was great. Oh, goodness. So you guys are a blessing. Keep reaching the masses, do the scary thing. Scariness gets you growth.
I just have to share this. I just
Oh,
looked, I
what?
just picked up my messages. Shannon did a post today about reset. So if you guys, you need to go and see it. Yes, friend Shannon. And Nancy and Shannon, you can friend everybody here. And go and see what she posted. She's already got a couple comments. Good job doing the hard.
Yeah.
If I could just use other people's pictures, I'd be just fine. I can talk all I want, but it's the picture. It's the picture. It took an hour and a half to get one that I liked.
So I gave her the tidbit of just do a video and take many smiles and then take a screenshot of the video. That saves a lot
That's
of time.
right. Mm-hmm.
And you can make a funny reel out of it when you're a Jewel from those videos.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for everything. Catch you
Good
later.
night.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank
night.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Good night, you guys.
Night.
Miss you, Connie.